Welcome to our ME 452 interim presentation, Analysis and Redesign of Task Lamp. We are Team 14. I'm Sakshi and I will be accompanied by Alex, Shiva and Griffin. The product that we have chosen is a task lamp, also known as desk lamp. Task lighting is localized lighting that provides the correct amount of light exactly where it's needed to suit the task in hand. It's a beam of light that is directed on the surface and therefore would highlight that area of work. Task lights and task lamps are lighting products designed precisely for that purpose. They're often portable fixtures with a cord and plug or under cabinet lighting. The image on the right is the CAD for the product we would be further analyzing and redesigning as part of our project.
Let's take a look at the primary and secondary customer groups that the task lamp is focused on. First, our primary customer group is going to be professional artists. This group requires a task lamp with versatile mounting for a wide variety of projects, a larger lit area for working on large projects, and increased stability to have the lamp be stationary for extended periods of time. The secondary customer group will be focused on students which require less flexibility in the design and a smaller workspace to cover. So taking this into consideration, we wanted a task lamp with ease of portability in the fact that it can move easily, an economic design that is more affordable for students, and focused lighting to have adequate lighting for a smaller area. Here's an exploded view of the assembly catered toward professional artists. As you can see, the bottom of the assembly features a clamping mechanism which allows the artist to clamp down to virtually any surface, which allows for flexibility in workspaces. Also, this clamping mechanism allows for increased stability in the design of the task lamp, as seen in the bottom base part. This part has ridges to securely hold onto virtually any surface and maintain that hold for extended periods of time. The middle of the assembly features the links and extension springs, which allow for versatile positioning of the lamp as needed. Finally, the top of the assembly features the dome around the light bulb, which provides a large illuminated area for the artist to work in.
Now comes the fast diagram for the product. The task function is to illuminate the desk. As we move towards right, we understand that how we can accomplish that function, and while moving towards left, it answers the question why. We can list primary basic functions as supporting body, providing light, and positioning lit space. They are shown in blue boxes. We can support body by assuring stability and allowing portability. For providing light, we need to accommodate a light source and also control the current flow. Finally, we need to adjust and maintain orientation to position the lit space. The pink boxes here contain the primary supporting functions: assure dependability, assure convenience, enhance product, and please sensors. You observe that the convenience is assured by preventing eye strain and providing focused light on the desk. This slide shows the function component matrix. It maps what components in the assembly are responsible for performing the functions depicted as the leaf tips in the fast diagram. The functions are represented as columns and components as rows. We can note here that each component maps to at least one function and vice versa.
We created two assembly sequences for our product. The first, sequence 1, is a very modular sequence. It focuses on the assembly of three main sub-assemblies before their combination very late into the sequence. Sequence 2 is a ground-up assembly sequence, starting from the most basic components and adding on until a finished product is produced. After analyzing both of our sequences and scoring them each on ease of transferring and handling, locating parts, fastening, joining, testing sub-assemblies, and assembling in parallel, we concluded that sequence 1 is the superior assembly method. This will be reinforced as we introduce product variants later in the presentation.
Here's the bill of materials highlighting all the components involved in the assembly of the task lamp. Several sources were used to estimate the different costs associated with the various components. Specifically, the equations used in lecture slides were used for estimating the material cost of the components. Then, using outside references such as hubs.com, mcmaster.com, and the actual IKEA Tertial lamp, which the design is based off of, we were able to get a rough estimate for the processing, assembly, and tooling costs per part. Then, adding these individual costs up, we were able to determine the total unit cost per part. The total cost of the assembly came out to be $33.97, which is highlighted on the bottom of the table. This is about twice the cost of the lamp, but this is justified since there were a lot of simplifications used during this process, including the specific materials, processes involved, and the respective costs.
This is a quad chart classification that was used to guide the redesign of our product. As you can see that the manufacturing or assembly costs and functional importance of the parts are either rated as high or low. Depending on these factors, we get our results. One important thing to notice is that the things such as links may be classified as keep, but we redesigned it in order to improve or eliminate other parts.
Here are the two variants we came up with. Variant 1, which caters to our primary customer group, features the large dome in order to allow for a larger area to illuminate and the clamping mechanism for increased stability. Variant 2, which caters to our secondary customer group, features a smaller dome which allows for a more focused beam of light to allow for a smaller workspace, and a portable top base which allows for ease of movement of the task lamp.
This is our functional differentiation table. As Alex mentioned, we have two variants catering to two customer groups. As made clear in the table, the main differentiation between these two variants is the way in which they assure stability and allow portability. The rest of their functions remain the same, and the specific common functions can be seen on the left side of the table.
Comparing the function differentiation table with the BOMs and the function component matrix, we are able to design all the parts in the platforms and modules. The modules such as the base assembly, dome, are designed to suit the usage of the task lighting for professionals and students appropriately. Modules discussed previously, product family design is developed. An example of one modular component is the base assembly, which provides the structural support to the lamp. The left image shows the primary design of the base assembly, in which top-bottom bases are fastened using T-shaped bolt. This design makes it possible for the lamp to be clamped at different orientations. About the model on the right, we chose to redesign the base into a simple mount. This simplifies the overall design and makes the product relatively economical. In the bulb assembly is common in both the primary and secondary designs. We chose to reduce the curvature of the semi-spherical housing to concentrate the lit area and make use of a smaller bulb to make the assembly portable.
Lastly is our variant assembly sequences. Sequence 2 has no delayed differentiation, as the very first component in the sequence is different for each variant. Sequence 1 solves this problem by delaying the assembly of the dome or base to be as late into the sequence as possible. For this reason, and those stated earlier, we prefer assembly sequence 1.